All right, this is Dawn from Aurora Dawn, and it's Sunday, June 2nd, 2019. Got my notes. Hopefully, having notes will reduce the ums. My last video, I did not have notes, and it was one after another. Oh, okay. Anyway, I am developing a purification ritual. And this video is just in case you're new, this is part of a series of videos that I've been making on my progress, my shadow work, and it's part of a playlist on my channel, YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, the rest of the videos are in there. And I still have more I need to bring over from my Facebook group. I put them up there, and then I was having issues with Facebook, and so I was trying YouTube, and YouTube was a little bit better. And it's a long story, never mind. It's boring, and it's totally off topic. So let's get into this. What I'm doing is developing rituals that will help to enhance my growth. It's one thing to work on exercises here and there, and forgiveness, and my identifying myself, and unplugging from other people, nurturing my own emotional needs, and processing my emotions and stuff like that. But I feel if I put those into a ritual, that it will be much more powerful and help me grow better, more impactful, if that makes sense. Okay, so I was in meditation, and I asked, well, where do I start? And my spirit teacher looked at me and said, purification. So I have been looking at herbs, and I showed you last week what I've been doing using the pendulum. And the book I'm using and this is okay because Facebook, I'm recording this on Facebook, and then I'm transferring to YouTube. This is going to be backwards. So let's see, I'll show you if I can find, yes, there it is. Letter to Robin. This is the book you want to get for programming your system, your pendulum system, your dowsing system. And that is what I'm using to find out which herbs I need to use that are for my highest good, that are most impact. And I showed you in the last video. I'll show you this again. So according to the chart that I'm using, I am body, mind, and this is heart or soul. So I've got it up, purifying my body, mind, heart, spirit. Body, mind, heart, spirit. And heart, soul, emotions, they're all the same. And these are the results that I got. Now I went to I double checked my pendulum to get the number from the chart, and it was taking too long. So what I did is just went strong, strong, mild, mild, and then there's very strong, 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 and then some of them came up 0, which is okay. I gotta make sure you're in focus, which is okay. It's good to know what's not gonna work. But here's what's interesting. I kept in mind, I'm looking at these herbs individually, which is good. It's fine. But what happens when you put them together synergistically? So here's my question to the pendulum. What 3 herbs will purify my body the best when taken together internally? I knew I wanted to take these internally. And it came up with hyssop, rosemary, lemongrass. Now, you notice I put numbers here. And on the other, I'm not going to turn the page, it's too difficult. But I asked what number for the herb. So it would identify the herb, just telling me the number. So I don't have to go through the entire list. Is this the best? Is this the best? Is this the best? It just would take way too long. So I asked it to tell me the number. And it gave me the number that I have on my list for hyssop, rosemary, and lemongrass, and said this was the best. All right, I'm going to turn this back around. Okay, so now I know which 3 herbs will be the best, work the best on my body. That's what's really important with this, is finding out what works best for your body. And another thing to keep in mind is that this is a snapshot. What I've done here, these herbs, to the day that I measured them, and I measured the effects, level of effects, and that's in the book, Letter to Robin, how to do that. The level of effects lavender has on purifying. I kept trying to say cleanse, and I don't want to say cleanse. I want to keep with the same word, purify. Purify my body. What level of effects does lavender have in purifying my body? And that is for that day, in the level of health that my body has at that time. That is what lavender will do for me. Now, most likely it's going to be about the same. So lavender for cleansing my body came out to 10. It will most likely be approximately very strong. So it might waver a little bit depending on where I'm at spiritually, mentally. It can get really complicated, and I don't want to get complicated. I want to stay simple, and I'm pretty sure that these will stay the same. Now, as I progress, become healthier and stronger, I want to, just out of curiosity, revisit all of this and see if the numbers come out about the same. Most likely they're going to be a little bit different, but I'm hoping they'll be close to the same. And I just want to know how things might change. If I make my body healthier, is that going to change any of this that I've measured already, so that lavender is not going to be as effective? I don't know at this moment, but it's just a thought that came to my mind. So I know that I want to do this internally, consume it internally. So I asked my pendulum system, is it for my highest good to drink these herbs in a tea? So all together, brew them all together into a tea. It said yes. Is it better to eat them raw? It said no. Thank goodness. Is it better to use their essential oils in water and drink it? This also could be kind of intense. I'll say intense. And it said no. So I know that drinking it as a tea is going to give me the components that are in the herb at a high enough level that it will actually do something good. Here's the other thing, is you can read about herbs that will cure, candida, will eradicate candida, bad candida overgrowth in your body and bring it back into balance. But when you dig in deeper, because most of them don't tell you how much you need to take in order to correct an overgrowth of candida. And when you dig into it, you'll find some of these herbs you have to drink like 15 cups of tea or consume 10 cups of raw material, plant material. And it's just outrageous. And you can find other herbs that'll be more powerful, more potent for you, and will allow you to take less and get the results that you're looking for. So I asked, how many cups of tea per day is for my highest good for purifying my body? It said 2 cups. Wow, I can do that. I can do that. I'm excited. I can do that. Hyssop, lemongrass, and rosemary are all, hyssop is growing in my yard, so I can get that pretty easy. Rosemary, dried rosemary, you can get that at the grocery store. Lemongrass tea, what's that? There is a company that actually makes the lemongrass tea. I might pick that up and then steep the others in with it and drink that twice a day, 2 cups a day. So I'm really excited, because this is going to be, I feel, life-changing. Then I started looking at what 3 herbs will purify my mind best when used together. And I'm thinking in terms of synergy, because I looked at the 3 for purifying my body. Hyssop was a 10 for purifying my body. Rosemary was mild. Lemongrass was mild as well. But the thing is I'm putting it together with hyssop, and I feel that the synergistic effects are what make it the best, the highest good for my body. Hopefully that makes sense. Because when you put herbs together, when you put foods together, they work differently. And a lot of times, 3 herbal supplements, if you take 3 herbal supplements for a problem, an issue that you're having, it will work better than if you take just the 1 herbal supplement. So like golden seal, if you take golden seal and echinacea and dandelion or something like that, 3 together, you'll boost your immune system a lot more efficiently and effectively than if you just use golden seal by itself. Okay. So I started looking at herbs to use to purify my mind, and I asked for the first herb, and it said elderberry, and then the second herb was hyssop, third is peppermint, and I used the same technique of what number on my list instead of going through each one, because that would just take way too long. And what is the best way to use these herbs to purify my mind? 1, tea. 2, essential oils consumed internally. 3, essential oils inhaled. 4, juice of elderberries in peppermint and hyssop tea. And I thought for sure that was going to win. And it said no. It's or essential oils on the skin. That was the 5th one. So I asked which number, because I numbered them, because shortcuts are big with me. So I asked which delivery method is for my highest good to purify my mind, and it said inhale essential oils. Well, there's no such thing as essential oils for elderberries, but there's something called hydrosol for elderberry flowers, and that's what it's, because I asked, and it said yes to inhale the hydrosol from the flowers that and mixed together with the other 2, hyssop and peppermint. Let's see. Now, here's the thing. I could purchase elderberry hydrosol. Let's see, 0.5 milliliter, I think it was $27. Holy crap. And I don't think, I'd have to look into it, because I don't think they're preserved, so they don't last very long. You can make your own, easy peasy. And I have stainless steel stock pot with a lid that's all stainless steel. So, and what you do is you turn the lid upside down and set it on the pot, and the steam comes up and trickles down to the center and drips down into your bowl, and that's your hydrosol. I could do that, but I can tell you right now, I'm never gonna find the time. I just know myself, and so. And it only lasts for a little while. So the elderberry bush that I have in my yard only blooms for a certain period of time. And then once that's done, I'm out. I'm not going to have any more hydrosol. And I'm going to have to keep making it like once every couple of weeks, I think. And so I know I'm just not going to find the time. It's not going to work. So I asked my pendulum, is there an herb I can use instead of elderberry? And it said yes. Which herb and which herb on my list can I use in place of elderberry to inhale with hyssop and peppermint to purify my mind? And it said rosemary. Well, rosemary showed up on, there I go again, cleansing, purifying my body. Okay, so and then I just wanted to confirm, is rosemary, hyssop, and peppermint for my highest good when inhaled to purify my mind? And it said yes. So that's, I like doing that. I like to reword the question and get a confirmation. And so just so I feel more confident in the answer of my pendulum, because it's so easy to have your question worded wrong, or I don't want to say wrong, worded in such a way that your pendulum dowsing system does not understand what you're really trying to ask, and it thinks you're asking it a different way. So there are a lot of just playing with words and whatnot to get it to confirm what answers you're getting, so that you can be more confident. And there have been times where I thought it said yes, this is a good thing, and I started going into it, and it just didn't feel right. So I started asking some other questions about it, and ended up, no, I was asking the wrong. I was wording the questions incorrectly for the answers that I was just trying to get at. I hope that makes sense. And I really want to come up with some examples. And I'm going to, as I use the pendulum and I come across some of those issues where it's worded incorrectly, I'll try and remember to make a note of it, because I think it's important to have examples. This is why the pendulum said yes when it was not see, I can't even word it right. Wow. So the answer said yes when it should not have said yes. Okay, I think that's clear. Without examples, I can't figure that out. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so I just wanted to touch base with you on that. And my next step, once I get mind and heart and spirit, to get the herbs together for those, then, okay, what do I do with this? When do I drink my tea for purifying my body? Only on the full moon? No, because it said twice a day. So then do I need to say something? Yes. I want to put together an incantation wording that helps to empower, so to speak, or program the tea, because water is very absorbent of your thoughts, and you can put in it healing energy. You can put in it, and so my intention is purification. So I put a program into my tea to assist me in purifying my body. Now, here's another thing. Yes, I'm putting a spell on the tea. Yes, it's going to help me, but I must not rely entirely on the tea to purify my body. I need to do work on myself, on my eating and cleansing, eating more and more raw vegetables, dark green leafy things, and so on. And I take a moringa powder, Moringa. Look it up. You'll be very surprised. It's very potent and very powerful. And I take it because I have trouble with iodine. My supplements I take daily has a certain amount of iodine, and I'm good with that. But if I take more than that, I get intense headaches and muscle aches. And there was one time I took too much, and I figured this out 2 different times, because I had to confirm it that it was the iodine, right? And the first time it was so painful. I was in tears. It was so painful. So I realized iodine at a certain level, too much of it is, it's painful. So I have to, and really all of the green powders that I've looked at have spirulina, chlorella, seaweed, sea vegetables, all are very high in iodine. So I have to stay away from all of those. So moringa powder works for me because it does not have iodine. So I get the iodine I need for my supplements, and that's as much as I can take. Maybe a little bit more, like if I have Chinese food and a little bit of soy sauce or something like that, it's okay. I wake up with a puffy face. Fat face. Yeah, fat face. Love it. Okay, so I think that's it for now. And I'm still working on the pendulum classes that I'm going to put up, and to show you how to program your pendulum system, your dowsing system, using Letter to Robin and using the program that is in this book, along with tips and techniques and some other things that you can do with your pendulum that is just outstanding. You can test for what kind of noxious energy is in your home. You can correct geo energies that are misaligned and are causing problems in your house, in your relationships, and you can get those corrected using your pendulum. Very exciting. So I will let you know when I get those done. I've got my garden now that I've got to work on, so I'm madly working on that, and some other projects. So I will do my best and let you know. So I want to thank you for stopping by my channel and watching my videos, and thank you for comments. I love your comments. I love hearing from you. So good, bad, ugly, I don't care. I want to hear from you, because it shows me that you're listening, that I'm helping you, and what I need to correct. And that's very important to me. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That way you'll get notified. And I think there's a little bell. If you click on the bell, it'll send you an email, let you know when I put up the next video. So do that if you like these videos, because I got a ton of them coming. So enjoy the rest of your day or evening or wherever you are, and I will talk to you again later at another time. Blessed be.